Hey, you guys, welcome back to Lisa and Company, where today I have all kinds of holiday mantle inspiration and, of course, a whole bunch of Dollar Tree DIYs. I have all kinds of bits and pieces we are going to use to create a beautiful mantle today. All kinds of bits and pieces like these stockings and mini stockings from Dollar Tree. I've got lots of wood pieces. I've got some beads, some transfers, and a kind of cute trash to treasure that's just going to round out this fireplace mantle just so. Hey, you guys, pro tip, use parchment paper underneath your painting projects and it will keep everything nice and tidy. So we're going to get some red paint on both of these stockings and the great sign piece from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to give them a quick dry brush in white. I did it on the sign also, but apparently forgot to hit record. But you get the idea. I'm spelling out the stockings were hung in the Dollar Tree letter transfers. Now, these guys are tricky. They like to stick to fresh paint. So I did lose a couple of little bits here and there, but nothing my Sharpie couldn't fix. Now, to put the furry tops on my stockings, I have a whole bunch of things. I have the dust mop, I have some velvet ribbon, I have some fur ribbon, and I have this Dollar Tree auto cloth, which ends up being the winner because I barely used any of it, and I have so much more for other projects. So I'm going to trim off some pieces here. I just do it by eye, and I did leave them so they overhang just a little bit. And after they're all glued on, I'm going to go back with my tiny little Dollar Tree craft scissors and trim them from behind. Makes for a beautiful, finished, really well fit DIY. I really thank you guys for being here, and I hope you're enjoying all the amazing Christmas content we're putting together for you. Make sure you tell us down in the comments if there's something we're missing or you really want to see. While you're down there, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you always know when we upload a video. I'm attaching the small craft-sized clothes pegs, just using some hot glue, and that's going to hold my stockings on the sign. This way, maybe this way. I do eventually stop messing around with this. Today's video is in collaboration with some of my favorite people here on YouTube. We are creating 5, count 'em 5, amazing holiday mantles for you and tons of inspiration. This collaboration was created and hosted by my friend Lisa Birmingham. If you haven't checked out her channel yet, oh my goodness, what are you waiting for? She has some of the most high-end, glamorous DIYs you're gonna see right here on YouTube. Now we're going to get started on the garland part. I drilled a couple of small holes, one in each corner, and I'm going to be using wire for the garland because I want it to hang a certain way and not necessarily just drape. So this I found in my bead bin. Did you guys ever get into beading? Because apparently I really did. Once that is all fed through, we are going to add a bead detail on top of that hole. It just gives it a really nice finished look. I ordered these beads from Amazon, and I'm ashamed to say I've been hoarding them rather than using them. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of projects this Christmas using up so many of these beads. Now, if you look closely, you can kind of see the way I'm twisting the bead, and it does two things. It holds the wire exactly where I want it, and I just love how finished that looks. It just gives the sign a little bit more texture. We're going to do the same thing on the other side before we move on to figuring out our pattern. Okay, I am going to start building up my garland with these tiny little stockings, which I think were supposed to be like treat bags or something, and a whole bunch of my Amazon beads. I ended up deciding I was going to use 3 different sizes to create the pattern, and this is the one I came up with. So it's 3 beads, a smaller one, 3 beads, and it just kind of continues on. This way, I am not using the most popular size in my beads, but I'm getting rid of a whole bunch that I might not use for anything else. As I do each segment, I'm going to add one of these mini stockings, another section of beads, and then one of the Dollar Tree wood snowflakes. And then I'm going to repeat that whole thing one more time. I'm making tags for each of the larger stockings that are going to hang on either end of the mantle. And again, I'm using the Dollar Tree transfers on a couple of these little wood bits that we get at Dollar Tree. Just to really build it up, I'm going to create a tassel. Now, this is a really fine crochet cotton. And no, this is not meant to be a tassel tutorial. If you guys want me to do one, I will go ahead and do one. Learned a really good technique from Casey over at Coffee with My Sunshine for the perfect way to finish a tassel. Now, I've left those tails really long intentionally. I'm going to feed those through my craft needle, and I'm going to use that needle to put a whole bunch of beads, another snowflake, the tag, and all kinds of stuff. I really feel like it personalizes these, and I think it looked really pretty repeating the snowflake motif with the wood piece that's already on the stocking. Not bad for a buck. Time for a little trash to treasure. I picked these up recently on a hunting trip through a restore, only $2 each, and that day they even had an additional discount. Now, these guys are seriously 80s, and I hope nobody will be offended because I had this stuff too when I tell you I can't wait to get all these little ribbons and roses off of here. So, not my style now. All right, once we have that done, the little candle cup that's actually attached with a screw, I'm going to take off entirely because I'm going to do something completely different with that. Now, I did have to go ahead and give these a really good sanding. I'll tell you what the deal was. On all the rounded edges, they were rough. They'd been made out of some pretty raw material, not in a good way. So I went through and sanded those all smooth because with the paint technique I'm going to use, I needed to make sure that they looked good. First up, I'm going to give these a coat of red paint. And you guys, I am actually just using the Dollar Tree acrylic paint. I don't use acrylic paint very often anymore, but I've been using it a little lately, and depending on what it is, it can work really well. Now, the wood on these was super dry, so it did require about a coat and a half, but it didn't need to be perfect because now I'm going to go over and paint these in a heavy dry brush of white, and I am going to do just a little bit of sanding so you can see more of that red when we're all done. Now we're going to go ahead and create a really cute little candle holder using these mini mason jars. I've got some burlap ribbon, I've got some of the pipberry garland, and some tiny little leftover pieces of greenery. Now, I don't want the wired edge, nor do I want that shiny bit. So I'm going to trim that off both sides, and then I'm going to cut the ribbon right down the center. I did fray off just a couple of pieces. I love the way that looks, sort of unfinished and rustic. This part is super simple and yet so pretty. We're simply going to glue on that half piece of ribbon, glue on the garland, add some pip berries, and call it a day with a really cute little votive candle. Time to start putting this mantle together. First up, I'm going to add the sconces on these pillars on either side of my fireplace, and I'm just using the command strips to do that. Now for something lightweight, I like to cut them in half and then they go twice as far. I know, cheap, right? To add the garland to my mantle, I'm actually using white duct tape from Dollar Tree. This is a rental for me and I don't want to do any damage to this mantle that I might have to repair afters. So a quick tear, and I actually take it right down the middle. I'm using the white because of course it blends in with what I've got, but if you have a dark mantle or something else, go ahead and use just a different color of this. I find I don't need a lot, and this way I'm in good shape if I decide to leave. I've hung the garland on a tiny clear command hook around the corner. Now I'm going to add the larger stockings, and I'm just going to loop that right over top of the garland we've already made and then go back and hook that around the hook. Now I do have kind of a fun idea here so that I don't have to cut the wire off, leaving me some flexibility and making it look really cute in the process. Using something round like a pen or a pencil, you're going to twist around that extra wire and just create a really cute corkscrew. It just finishes it off, and like I said, it gives me flexibility if I want to hang this in a different place. Now this is something I always do, especially if I'm dealing with something like a Dollar Tree stocking. I take a little bit of stuffing, this is just from a pillow I got, and I just put a tiny bit spread out throughout the stocking. Not so much that it looks like it's already stuffed, but just so it doesn't look quite so flat. And we all know that the Dollar Tree ones are not the highest quality, so this way they just look a little fuller and a little more high-end. I'm using another one of those half command strips to hang the stockings were hung part of the garland right in the center of the mantle. That way, as you step back, you can see the swoop of the little mini stockings and the snowflakes on the garland, and I just love the way that part came together. And isn't it amazing, adding a few embellishments to a Dollar Tree stocking, just how high-end they can look? This entire mantle is put together with either thrift store or dollar store. Those garlands came from Dollarama. I already told you that the sconces came from the Restore, so there is very little money into this beautiful mantle. And like I said, I absolutely love the way it came together. I hope you guys are having as much fun as we are DIYing our little hearts out for the holidays. You guys, we really appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for stopping by Lisa and Company. Stay tuned for lots more holiday inspiration. Bye guys, see you next time.